Hey everyone, my name is Scott and I'm an alcoholic. And today I think I will discuss depression and other things that go with it. For me, depression has lasted most of my life. It's been a continuous flow. Um, and not every day I'm depressed. I'm not sitting there slouched, walking through the day, just trudging about, moping. No, but I've dealt with depression my whole life. I can reflect on now as I was a child and actually see when I was depressed, and I didn't realize it then. It was like, I've mentioned it before, but it was like I wasn't part of the world and I felt empty and I felt lost and I didn't know what to make of it. And of course, I'm not going to tell anybody. Everybody, it seemed, was doing. It's like they were given the fucking guideline to life and they were able to, just to go with it. But not me. I saw the world as a strange thing. But really, it began around my teenage years, and that's kind of normal, even nowadays. Because nowadays, and I have nothing against it, but it just seems like depression is flung around kind of carelessly. But who am I to say who is depressed and who is not? My depression takes me to deep, dark levels. It's like being confined in myself, being caged in, and I'm not even able to reach who, my consciousness. I'm not even able to operate with my consciousness. It's stuck inside of me, and I can't reach out to myself. Then I definitely can't reach out to the world. And what's really hard is when I'm depressed, and for no reason too. That's how depression is. My depression, it can happen for no reason. It comes out of nowhere, and it hits hard. And I'll find myself laying down in my bed all the time, not doing anything, not talking with people, ignoring everyone, um, not even feeling sorry for myself. I have before, but nowadays, when the depression hits, I understand it a little bit better, so I can function better. But not talking to anyone, but people, even close ones, they still, there's a taboo with it. It's like, what's wrong with you? I mean, not that they question me, but man, it's like, don't you understand right now that I don't want to live? I don't want to be me, but I definitely don't want to live. I don't want to do anything that this world insists me that I do. Anything that I'm supposed to do, I don't want to do it. Not at all. Because it seems useless. It's like everything becomes pointless. Everything. Um, my depression also comes with suicidal ideation. A lot of that's very tough. Um, and what that is, with me, is that people talk about suicidal ideation like somebody contemplating suicide for days on end, but that's not how it is with me. Like, at any given moment, suddenly I had this idea where, if I made an extra notch on that belt, I could probably do it really fast and it wouldn't be too much pain. Or, the train, even sloppily drunk next to some train tracks. I've fantasized, man, just jumping in front of that train. Yeah, it would be quick. Painless, hopefully. But usually, yeah, it'd be quick. Lay over the rail and let it sever my spine, so I won't feel anything really quick. Um, Jumping off a bridge onto cement, as long as it's 3 or 4 stories above ground. Um, Anything like that. My mind just flicks to that image and the set of details, and I'm thinking about it suddenly. And I don't plan it. I don't plan it obsessively, but it just comes to my mind. I have suicidal ideation all the time. Sometimes even when I'm not depressed, but when I am depressed, it comes, and it's pretty. It's not even scary, to be honest. It's like, man, when later, it's like, I can't believe I even fucking thought of that. But I struggled with depression all my life, pretty much, and I think with alcoholism and some other problems, it's a really deadly tornado effect. It's depression and alcohol are best friends. Depression and alcoholism are best friends, and they siphon off of each other, and it's a ruthless cycle. Like one and it's a ruthless cycle. One second and it's a ruthless cycle when they're both working together at their highest peak, their highest efficiency. Then I'm in real trouble. I'm in real trouble, and the people around me are in real trouble, because it's not just me that I start getting bitter, and I resentful, along with the feeling of worthlessness, absolute worthlessness, and my mind gets really ugly, and sometimes, and I like to be honest here, I don't think about just harming myself, but thinking about harming others to get out of this. Maybe that would help me, but I know it's not true. That's a lie. It's a lie, and it's a lie that I've actually refuted for quite some time. I haven't hurt anyone, thank God, and um, I don't want to, but depression is a big part of my life. It's affected everything. Um, Not too long ago, and I had to thank modern science for coming up with pills for this shit in the last year or so. I found I don't even take a combination anymore. It's like I found one prescription that actually has worked for me better than anything else in the past, because God knows that I was like a fucking flux of chemicals trying to get me to sanity, but it never got me there. This is as sane as I can get right here, right now. I don't think I can get any saner. I don't think I can. This is me at my peak performance and sobriety and a good state of mind. Because right now I am, and it makes talking about depression a lot easier, especially with people. And now I got to put myself on the internet. These bastards are gonna think I'm one fucking sad son of a bitch, but fuck them. I know that this video probably wasn't the greatest, but because there's really a lot about the depression of my life I experienced. I'm trying to conjure up a certain event that happened. Um, what? Oh man. So many of them. The fact is that it's controlled my life. And with alcoholism, it's taken away everything. And I let it. I let it happen. Of course, I'm not mentally prepared to handle such things. These things kill millions of people every year. And it's something that you can't think your way out of. Nobody thinks their way out of this shit. It's something you got to find out how to live with. You got to live with it, and you got to find a way that you can come to terms with it. Like a passing storm over my head. That's how I imagine my depressive spells. This black raging storm just kind of slowly going over my head, and reciting the idea that this too shall pass. This will pass. And yeah, I feel bad right now. I really feel bad. And I feel like I don't want to live. But tomorrow I might want to live. So I will let it pass. That's where I have to go with this. And maybe if there's anything in this message, maybe that can help you. Think of it as a passing storm. Because it comes to pass in life. Life happens, and depression happens, and all the bad things that comes with it. And people in worse situations than all of us who are watching this, or even just, we're blessed with this technology to be able to watch somebody on the screen. But there's somebody out there who has no capable means of doing so. And they're struggling, and they're suffering, and they don't have the information or knowledge that we even do. They're left to a bare minimum. Yet, they go on. They don't end up killing themselves. They don't take a jagged rock and fucking jab their wrists. They live on because survival is crucial in life. That's what life is about, survival. And much more it comes with it. But we have to find a way to survive. Not the world, but ourselves. When we are our own worst enemies. So, with that, I'll pass. Thank you for listening.